Hi, everybody. Welcome to week 15 of our English 1020 course online. Yep, we did it. This is the last week of our full semester, and I'm so proud of each and every one of you. I had so much fun with you guys at the writing showcase, and I just want to go over our final project today and then talk you through the rest of the week, and we'll wrap up this semester. So first thing I want to do is talk you through the Project 4 assignment description. Then I'm going to demonstrate how to upload your portfolio to OneDrive and to Blackboard, because you need to upload it in both places, okay? And then finally, I'll talk you through the process of writing and revising for this week. All right, so let's get to it. Okay, so I kind of can't believe I'm clicking on this, but this is the last folder in our project folders. I'm gonna click on Project 4. And first thing I want to do is look at the assignment description. Now, sometimes I've gone more in depth with talking through an assignment description. Sometimes I haven't gone into as much a depth, but I do want to just clarify for you guys. So first of all, take note of the amount of points. This is a little bit more than projects 1 or 2, a little bit less than project 3 in terms of point value for this portfolio. Now, the first thing that you should notice about this portfolio is that there are 2 basic parts to it. The first part is your choice of what we call artifacts. So you're going to choose pieces of writing from anything you've written this semester. Now, this is what we've been talking about and putting in our portfolio all semester long. Pieces of evidence from each project that demonstrate your learning for our course outcomes. So these pieces, you've selected them throughout the semester, but now maybe you want to curate them. Maybe you need to cut a few out. Maybe you need to add some extra in that you haven't added yet. Either way, you have a selection of your work from the whole semester that you're going to be using like you would use sources in a research paper, but you're going to be using your own work as evidence to support your claim in the second piece of this portfolio, which is that you need to compose a reflective essay. You're going to describe the content of your portfolio. You're going to explain your rhetorical choices. Why did you choose the pieces you chose? What were you trying to demonstrate? Are you trying to show a logos appeal to readers? Here is hard proof of my growth. You can see because the quality of writing is XYZ. Are you trying to show us a moment that was a real learning moment for you? So it might not be the most beautiful piece of writing, but you're trying to appeal to our pathos and show us a place where maybe you really struggled, but then you learned something. Or maybe you're trying to create a sense of ethos in choosing a variety of types of writing or a certain style of writing or certain pieces, genres from across the semester. Either way, you want to explain that in your reflective paper. You also want to reflect on the connections that readers can draw between your artifacts, your experience in this course online, and how you've grown as a writer. So, in the end, what you need to do is create a reflective paper that makes a claim. And the claim should be something like, I have grown as a writer, I have grown in the course learning outcomes, or something to that effect, right? Maybe you feel like you didn't really grow as a writer, in which case that might be your claim, but then you need to show evidence for how and explain why. If you did grow as a writer, and I'm pretty sure that most of us who've been consistently working the system in this class, doing all the assignments, learning as much as they can from each project, you guys have definitely grown as writers. So what you want to do is explain how. What was it in each project that helped you? So The assignment prompt asks for the artifacts, the portfolio pieces. Now, you need at least 4 and at the most 6 artifacts. The reason that we ask for 4 as your minimum amount is because you want to make sure that you have evidence that you've grown in all 4 course learning outcomes. And they're pasted here in case you forgot what they were. But we've talked about them in each and every assignment description throughout the semester. We talked about them in the syllabus. The 4 course learning outcomes of reading, writing, researching, and reflecting. You want to carefully read the descriptions here because you'll notice that each outcome has lots of subsections to it. For example, reading talks about using reading strategies to identify, analyze, and evaluate and respond to arguments, rhetorical elements, and genre conventions. So there's a lot of different things that you could talk about and how you've grown in your reading. So say maybe you were already pretty strong on being able to identify arguments, but you weren't as sure about how to evaluate the quality of a source. So this is where you would want to focus for your reading. This is what you would say for your growth in reading. Okay, so read through those, and then once you've chosen all of your artifacts, you'll create an outline and then you'll create an essay. This reflective essay, you're going to talk about your 4 to 6 artifacts and describe how they show you grew. So this list of questions here, you don't have to answer all of these, but just maybe pick 1 or 2. Maybe you just pick 1 and your answer to that question becomes your main claim. Either way, your reflective essay asks you to show your readers about you as a writer. How do all the pieces in your portfolio show how you have grown in the course learning outcomes and or as a writer? Now, this digital portfolio has 4 to 6 artifacts and your 3 to 4 page reflection essay, and it's going to get turned in 2 places. It's going to get turned in on Blackboard, which is right here, just like we've been turning in every project all semester long. Paste all of the files, or upload all of the files. You should be able to fit all 6 to 7 of them. Now, you also need, once you've uploaded everything to Blackboard, you also need to upload them to OneDrive. So what I've got here is I have a sample portfolio that I've put together from some different examples over the past semesters from different classes of mine. So you can peruse these examples. They're from all kinds of different portfolios. I just kind of pushed them all in here together to show you what it will look like once you get it all uploaded. So, as you know, we have this whole series of folders. Each one of you in this class has your own folder that I've shared with you that has your Access ID and that some of you have been adding to throughout the semester. Once you find your folder, you'll open it up and you'll use the upload button to upload each of your artifacts or new artifacts, or if you need to delete something, you can click on this check mark and then you can delete that file if you don't want it in your portfolio anymore. But you should have at least 4 artifacts in your portfolio. And then, of course, you'll need to upload your reflection. So here I've uploaded the Project 4 reflection paper. So you should have at least 5 files, maybe you'll have up to 7 files in this digital portfolio. Okay, so now I want to talk to you about our week and how you're going to go about doing your drafting and revising this week. Okay, so our final week together, we're putting together digital portfolios and reflecting on what we've learned throughout the semester. The things that you need to watch this week include your week 15 instructor video, which you're already watching. And Kasim is going to be posting a final peer mentor video describing his experience putting together a portfolio for my class. In terms of reading, of course, you want to read through your own work and pick the best, most effective artifacts for your portfolio. Also, you'll have one last chance to peer review for your classmates. So you'll be reading at least 2 classmates' reflective paper drafts. And in terms of writing, the draft work that I have for you guys this week isn't going to be formally collected, but I have it in the weekly schedule because, like we talked about at the beginning and all semester long, if you can break it down into smaller chunks, it's going to really help make it more manageable. So I have suggested here that you at least outline your reflective paper by at least writing your claim statement and then making a list of all the artifacts that you will use as evidence and how you're going to use them as evidence. You definitely need to create a shitty first draft of your reflection paper, which you'll post to get peer feedback from your classmates. And then your final draft of your reflection paper and all your portfolio artifacts are going to be due at the end of the week. I should mention at this point that I cannot encourage you strongly enough to use multiple drafts. Read your reflective paper, revise your reflective paper, make sure there are no spelling errors, no grammatical errors, or at the very least, the least amount that you can make in there. This final reflective paper needs to be a demonstration of your writing skills, everything that you know how to do. How to make beautiful sentences. You need to be demonstrating how you can use evidence to accurately support your claims. Everything needs to be a really nice presentation of your learning this semester. So here's our calendar. By Wednesday, you should have at least watched this video and looked back through your work, through the stuff you have in OneDrive, the stuff that you've thought about and written this semester. And by Wednesday, you should be outlining. You should have written your claim statement, or at least started to write your claim statement, outlined what you're going to use, and then you should start to organize your artifacts in OneDrive. By Friday, watch Kasim's peer mentor video for a little bit of inspiration and maybe some good tips. You should have your shitty first draft posted on or before Friday so that Friday and Saturday you guys can be doing peer review and looking at each other's drafts. So you definitely want to post your draft and comment on your classmates so that then you can finalize any revisions to your portfolio. And then Sunday, your final project for English 1020 online is due to Blackboard and to OneDrive by midnight. Okay, I think that about does it for our introduction this week, our last week. I've had a lot of fun on this online journey with you guys. I hope you have had some fun, and I'm sure, I know that everyone's learned at least one thing. I look forward to reading your portfolios. If anybody has any questions about the portfolio process, I will be in my office during office hours on Wednesday from noon to 2. Feel free to stop by and chat with me, ask me questions, whatever you need. Also, please email me or email Kasim with any questions that you have, and we will be happy to help you. Good luck on your finals. Good luck on the rest of this class, and I will see you around campus. Come visit me in my office sometime.